Coverflex is a platform for flexible compensation. Their mission is to improve financial literacy on our users. And it was with that mission that I was invited this year to join them and to build a bunch of use cases that we've been building throughout the year. They all go on to two different verticals, either to be more efficient as a company or to actually wow our customers and get better retention numbers, lower churn, etc. So these are the four use cases that I brought. They kind of grow in complexity as we go throughout the year, which is normal in a company because we start getting more expertise, more knowledge, and we start building on top of what we did, right? So for sales and marketing, very simple. The idea was to actually help our BDRs, our sales representatives, quicker response times on answering for leads. We trained in prompt training from past interactions, from good answers, and this actually allows us to, as the BDR starts their day, they already have drafts for all the emails they got. They can just review the drafts, they can send it, which kind of saves a few hours per day on interacting with customers. The answer are always up to date, so we kind of keep the product features up to date, and we can actually leverage much higher quality responses than we would by training people manually. Cool. So next things, it would actually be to automatically reply. We need to evaluate the system and keep on growing it, but looks really good for BDRs. As I said, we save kind of 2 hours per day per person. Then I think it's something that everyone is looking at, actually automating supporting success. This was a bit more tricky because different customers with the same questions can get different answers depending on their own, status, their own cards, stats, their own addresses, whatever. So we built a system where AI only takes care of reasoning, of understanding what the user is trying to say, and we follow the same workflows that support would do to answer customers on those queries. We use AI to categorize it, to actually draft answers, to understand what they said, and in the end we have automated answers for customers. This system has reached now 70% of all our volume is being answered autonomously. We're trying to reach 80% while keeping NPS over 90% of all the interactions. So just a simple workflow, someone contacting us saying they lost their card. We use the AI to understand what is the query, to understand what is the next steps, and then to communicate and actually request cards as we go. Cool. The cool thing about the cool thing about this is that you actually get 24/7 support. The cost of it doesn't reach 1,000 euros a month, which we're saving 5-digit numbers on other hires that we could have done. We can actually use people to do better things that only human can do and not actually be blindly answering customers. So I think this is one of the use cases that all companies will eventually incorporate into their workflows. So this quarter we're trying to reach 80%, and we're being pushed to support WhatsApp and voice as well. Cool. So another use case, which is business insights that we heard here, we found it that the data team was always working towards building reports for management, for boards. So we wanted to leverage the data that we already had and allow users to perform questions in plain English. Just ask, hey, I want to know what are my churn levels this month? How many customers did we add to the platform? And allowing this to be done in natural language was really cool because you start having the CEO drilling into data as he could not have done before. You have product managers just understanding a bit more about the product and usage. A bit of how we did it, we use a semantic layer just to abstract from the database. We have a very nice access control, which is a role-based security. It doesn't really matter, but if someone goes there and asks questions, it's as if the database was built just for him, just with his data, so the AI cannot mess it up. And we actually have a bunch of users using this internally through Slack, and we have a really nice adoption internally. So really cool outcomes on this, and they're pretty interesting as you start understanding what people actually want to know about the system. Then finally, we actually got all of this together. And we wanted to bring this to our customers. Wanted to let them understand their own platform, what they're using, their own vertical, compare themselves to other companies. And with this, we're building, actually releasing this week, an AI assistant that you can ask to, I want to do new insurances, I want to understand my benefits, I want to understand what my company is using, how my users are using their cards. So all of this you could, as a manager, come and ask instead of just drilling down on the platform, or as a customer, you could come here as an employee and ask, where can I use my health insurance? Is my dentist supported by this? Should I go to this dentist or that one? So all of this information can be provided instantly and without human interaction.